Hello class, and welcome to lesson 3-5 today. Strong mathematicians can divide with 4-digit dividends. There's our vocabulary word again. Do you know what dividends are? Hopefully you have that right answer coming up for us. So lesson 3-5, take out your pencil, take out your notebook, write down today's date, the lesson number, and let's begin. So this is the same that we used yesterday. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers really? Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, repeat, remainder. So that helpful saying to help you remember the steps of a division problem. So we might reference that in the last video. We might do it again today. So once again, notice 4-digit dividend. That's the number that's being divided. So I have a 4-digit dividend for both of these. So we have 8,435 divided by 5. So just as a nice little helpful hint and reminder like I do, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers really? So just a little reminder for myself to keep it up there in case I get lost partway through the system. I can also use the card we talked about, sliding the card, place value by place value to help myself out. Remember, I have to use the tools that work best for you so you can be successful doing your division problems. So let's begin. So I have 8. If I have 5 divided by 8, I can make one group. So that's my divide, multiply. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. 8 times 5 is 3. Check. Yep, 3 is less than 5. I'm going to bring down my 4. Which means I'm going to repeat the process. How many times now so I'm in this place value now, the hundreds. How many times can 5 go into 34? Well, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. That's too many. So I know it's got to be 6. I'm going to divide first. Going to multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. I'm going to subtract. 34 minus 30 is 4. I'm going to check. Yep, 4 is less than 5. I'm going to bring down the 3. I'm going to underline the 3 place value. And now I'm going to repeat because I brought a number down. How many times can 5 go into 43? Seems like a pretty big number, so I'm going to go 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. That's too many. So I'm going to go with 5 times 8 for my divide. I'm going to multiply right now. 8 times 5 is 40. I'm going to subtract 43 minus 40. Run out of room right here. 3. Check. 3 is less than 5. Can I bring down? You betcha. So I'm bringing down my 5. And now I can repeat. So divide. How many times can 5 go into 35? Well, 5 times 8 was 40. That's pretty close. And 6 times 5 is 30. So my guess it's probably going to be 7. Check that one. Multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. I'm going to subtract. So check there. Subtract. 35 minus 35 is 0. Check. Bring down, nothing to bring down. So now my remainder, I have nothing for remainder. So my answer would be 1,687. I think I have to write smaller so it all fits on the one screen right there. The next problem, 6,738 divided by 4. Here we go. So 4 can go into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. I'm going to subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. I'm going to check. 2 is less than 4, so I'm going to bring down the 7, knowing that I'm now going to be in the hundreds place value. And now I can repeat. So in a sense, I'm doing that same thing in my head, except the checklist, I'm just doing the mental checklist as I go through the problem. 4 can go into 27. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. That's too many, so it has to be the 6. 6 times 4 is 24. We're going to subtract. 27 minus 24 is 3. We're going to check. 3 is less than 4. I have another number, another place value, so I need to bring that down, which would be a 3. Now I can repeat the process now that I'm in the tens place value. 4 can go into 33. Well, it's got to be bigger than 6 because that was 24 last time. So go 7 would be 28. 8 would be 32. That's 1 under, so it's going to be 8, I'm guessing. 8 times 4 is 32. Going to subtract. 33 minus 32 is 1. 1 is less than 4. I have another place value to bring down. Bring that one down. I'm in the ones place value now, so my answer should go in the ones. 4 can go into 18. Well, 4 times 5 is 20. That's too much, but it's pretty close, so I'm going to go with the 4. 5 times 4 is 16. Said 18 minus 16 is 2. 2 is less than 4. I have nothing to bring down, so I'm left with this, which means my remainder would be 2. So 6,738 divided by 4 would be 1,684 with a remainder of 2. So you can pause the video and write down these examples to help you with your examples that you're working on today. A family goes on a road trip for 6 days. Hopefully you put your pencil down on our strategy, right? They have traveled 2,364 miles at the end of their trip. They traveled the same distance each day. How many miles does the family travel each day? I'm more impressed they can travel the same amount of miles. That must be really good planning. So let's see, a family goes on a road trip for 6 days. I'm picturing each day of a trip. They traveled this many 2,364 miles at the end of the trip, so they get all those miles over all those days. They travel the same distance each day, so there's a chunk, a chunk, a chunk. So I can see how this is a division problem. So my question says, how many miles does the family travel each day? So I've pictured it, I've read it first to understand what the words, and then I pictured it to what it looks like, and now I'm going to solve it. So I'm going to need some space, I guarantee it. Let's slide that down right there. 2,364 divided by 6. They went on a trip for 6 days. So 6 goes into 2. Nope, 6 is going to 23. So I'm going to start right here at my place value. 6 is going to 23. Let's see, 5 is 30. That's too many. 4 is 24. So 6 times 3 would be 6 times 3. Multiply would be 18. Subtract. 23 minus 18 is 5. 5 is less than 6. So I can bring down the 6. 56 is really close to 60, so it's going to be really close to 10. So I'm going to go with 9. 9 times 6 is 54, using my 9 strategies. 56 minus 54 is 2. 2 is less than 6. I can move on to the next place value. I get a 4. 6 is going to 24. Well, 6 times 5 is 30. That's too many. 6 times 4 is 24. Wait, 24. Perfect. 6 times 4 is 24. I'm going to subtract and get 0. I have nothing to bring down. I have 0, so I don't have a remainder. So now I need to make sure I put a label on my problems. These are word problems. How many miles does the family travel each day? It would be 394 miles each day. And there you go. So you can pause the problem right now. You can copy down the work so you can help that guide you as you go through your problems. And here are your problems today using any method that you can. We've got 2,512 divided by 8, 5,624 divided by 5, and 6,305 divided by 6. So write those down, do your best, pause the video, and good luck. Susie's Holiday Card Shop is organizing their cards on display shelves. They have 4,862 cards and want 9 cards displayed on each shelf. How many shelves will the books fill? Uh-oh, I don't think this is a books question. That would make sense because we're talking about cards. So how many shelves will the cards fill? There you go. So now you can pause the video and use this problem to help you solve. Now that you have the right words and the right question, right? To solve this problem. Otherwise, you told me Mr. Kingman, there are no books. 0, I'm not sure. Good thing I caught that before you got your work done. So pause the video, do your best. I'm curious to see what you got for your answer. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to put those down and share that information. Also, if you have any strategies that you use to help you, make sure you can share those out as well. And thanks again for another great lesson.